September 30th. It's 4:40 a.m. in the morning. I'm gonna try and hit some river bottoms today, and I'm pretty excited about it because I did a whole bunch of spring scouting this year, and I found all sorts of sign that I like. Basically, it's river bottoms, but it's also like a swamp mixed in with it, and so I found some really good bedding out in the cattails, and it seems like most people are focusing their time. All the hunter sign was in the big woods, and then this swampy area that's really nasty and hard to get to, and doesn't look like much on the map. That's where all the sign was. So, pretty excited about it. I'm going to try and self-film this morning, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we see a deer.
Up before the break of dawn, got some camouflage and coffee on. I'm off the whole weekend and there's a cold front moving in. First thing I do when I climb my stand is bow my head and thank the man. And while I'm waiting on daybreak, I feel my heart race. Up here on
Well, I've been here for about, I would say, I don't know, it's been about 30 minutes since the sun has started coming up, and the wind is doing exactly the opposite of what I thought it was going to do and what my weather app said it was going to do, and I'm starting to think it's actually thermals and not the wind, because on top of the hill that I parked on, the wind was going the direction I thought it would. I just had something break a bunch of sticks behind me. I couldn't get the camera going. I never saw it, and I'm pretty sure it got my wind because all of a sudden I heard it just crashing off. It sounded like a solo deer, but so that's a little frustrating. If the wind was going the way I thought it was going to, that deer would have never winded me. But I don't know, that's hunting for you. I'm just gonna keep checking the wind, and I don't know, in the end, it's definitely a learning opportunity. So we'll stay here for about another hour and see what happens. All right, back at the public land parking lot, back at the truck. The hunt is over. It's about 8:30 in the morning. My iPhone said I did about 2-mile walk, which was actually pretty treacherous, especially in the dark. But
you know, even though all I saw was a fawn and I heard another deer, I'm not entirely certain if it was the same deer that came in, maybe got spooked and just kind of jay-hooked around trying to go back to its bed, or if it was a separate deer that came in and then that fawn came in from a different direction later. You know, if I had to guess, I believe it was 2 different deer, but it definitely could have been the same one too. But either way, it's good to see a plan come together. You know, I hadn't really hunted that spot before, and I was kind of making some guesses that deer would be, you know, using that path to go back out to bed. And sure enough, I did watch that deer for another 3 or 4 minutes after I cut the video, and it did go out onto that finger of high ground that was going out into the cattails, where I found good bedding last spring and a lot of buck sign. So it didn't go nearly as far as the beds I saw, so it's quite possible that maybe mature deer already made their way onto that little peninsula of timber and bedded down before I even got there, or it's possible that they're not even using those beds this time of year. But I think what I'll do is just kind of let this spot cool off and give it another shot during rut. Till next time.
There's a cold front moving in. First thing I do when I climb my stand is bow my head and thank the man. And while I'm waiting on daybreak, I feel my heart race.